Educating, informing, serving. Fact TV, keeping government honest.
Well, I think we'll call this to order, and if you have some connection issues, we'll just try to work through them. Okay. All right. So let's call this meeting to order.
Sounds good. Thank you.
What time we got? 5:32 on April 19th, 2021. Rockingham School Board. Pledge of Allegiance. I'll lead us to the Pledge of Allegiance today. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands,
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Any adjustments to the agenda? Any adjustments? I think I may have one. Priscilla, yeah, go ahead.
George?
Yeah.
Do we want something on negotiations in executive session?
If there is something to offer, then that would be fine and dandy. If not, then I guess that's a question for Mr. Terry.
Thanks, George. So, yeah, I can give a quick update also if you'd like.
Okay, so just so everybody knows, Jason Terry is on call, so he may be having to step out. So if that happens, we'll probably just move along from that. Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. So we'll do that executive session. That'll be after 11. Negotiations. The other thing I had was appointments, resignations. Maybe we should put that before the new business item. It would seem to make sense to do that. Any objections? Hearing none. I'm going to go ahead and move appointments, resignations. I'm going to basically switch 9 and 8 around. Okay. Any other adjustments? Hearing none. Very good. Moving on. Communication and public comment. Anything from the public? Anybody out there wanting to speak? Hearing none. Going once. Going twice. Very good. Moving on. Review and approve board minutes for April 5th. Everybody have a chance to take a look at those? And just as a side note, we are still in need of previous minutes. I see Priscilla smiling.
I started going through them, George, and I haven't got a final list for you yet,
Okay.
but I will
No
get you one.
No problem. Very good. Okay. Can I?
I make a motion to accept the minutes of April 5th, 2021.
Get a second?
I'll second.
Very good. All in favor? Priscilla? I say Priscilla. Jason Terry?
Aye.
Aye.
I got you. Yeah. Jason Benson?
Aye.
And I don't see Megan popping on yet. Okay. The ayes have it. That's an aye for me. Very good. Moving on. Report. So I put optional for principals. I think I just saw a principal in here. Maybe a couple. Certainly don't have to. You just presented a couple weeks ago, so it's up to you guys. If you have something that you want to add or offer, you're more than welcome. But it's entirely up to you today. So any words from principals?
I'll just say I don't really have an update because we were on break last week. We did finish our SBAC for the most part. So that is behind us, and we are ready for the home stretch the next, what is it, 7 or 8 weeks here, and looking forward to 5 days of in-person instruction.
Very good. Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Kennedy, I see you put your camera on. Hi.
Hi, Laura beat me to the punch. Yeah, we don't have a lot to add either. We do start SBAC this week. So we start tomorrow for math and we continue through the next couple weeks. So ditto on everything else. So we're getting ready for the 5 days this week and things are going along well. So we thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, ladies. I don't see Ms. Bukowski, so very good. Okay. Business office. Did I see Flora jump in here? I thought I did.
Hi, good evening.
Hey, how are you? There you are.
Good. So for the business office, we do have warrants pending to be signed for December 4th. That's the only thing I have pending for you guys. I don't know if you just give it a quick check to see if you see anything pending. If you can't find them, you could just email me and then Frank Beatty will be able to maybe work it around and send it again. Other than that, you guys are.
I just made a note and put a big fat star next to it. I'll look as soon as we're done here, and it very well may be an oversight by my part. I do it all the time. So,
As for the HR, all of the contracts per the CBA have been received by all of the teachers. We do have confirmation. Out of the 30 contracts that we sent out, 12 of them have come back signed. We are working.
I'm sorry, out of the how many you sent out, you said?
We sent out 30 for teachers. This is just for teachers. Those are the ones that we're doing the 15. So out of the 30 contracts that we sent out, only 12 we got back so far as of today. The contract were sent out last week, Wednesday, the 15th. So we are waiting on the other ones. We are working now on custodial, secretaries, and related services contracts, and those ones will be sent out by Friday. So those ones that haven't received, that are in the second batch, those ones will be sent out by Friday. So that will be custodial, secretaries, and related services contracts. So we're getting ready for the year closing for payroll. For all contracts paid out, we are reviewing that. We are doing grant updates, and as of now, that's what we have. So if anybody have any issues with their contracts for some reason, they can't open any documents. If they didn't receive it, they could just email me tomorrow and we will send it back again. You know, sometimes it's technological issues or anything, but we didn't receive anything like anybody wasn't able to access them.
Any questions for Flora? Flora, how are we looking with, I looked over the reports today that we got, the budget versus actuals. How do you expect us to, how do you project that we're gonna finish the year? You think we're gonna be okay? We're looking all right, or?
So the year is looking good to us. That's why we've been working as well with updating grants and everything. We want to avoid to have to apply for any line of credits. I'm not expecting that will be happening. We invoice towns for the last portion that they have pending for assessments, but as well, we are on the mercy of the state. The state needs to send the report of the grant to the towns of the balance that they were assessed, just to be 100% sure that everything is correct. So we are waiting on that, and if everything fluctuates the way we're planning, we should end up the year fine.
Great, thanks. Any other questions, comments, concerns for Flora? Priscilla, go ahead.
Just a quick question, George. Do you have the deadline date for the contracts, Flora, just on hand? I mean, I can figure it out, but It's easier to ask you.
Contracts for teachers?
Yes,
So the teachers' contract deadlines for us to send them to them is the 15th. They have till the first week of January. I'm sorry, of June
right, but
give
to
us
have
an
them,
answer. But our part that it was due on the 15th, we did comply with that.
Hang on. Let me interject here for a second. So Priscilla, I think there's a lag.
is it May 5th?
Hang on. Priscilla, I think there's a lag on your end. So
Okay.
so just hang tight in between comments because it's getting a little cloudy here. So I think what Priscilla's asking, and correct me if I'm wrong, is when is the date that the teachers have to respond by? Is that correct, Priscilla?
Yes, yes.
So I'm not sure what's the time frame for them to reply, but I could find out with HR and just send you guys a message letting you know which one is the time frame that they have for that.
I think it's the 5th of May, but I was just trying to confirm
Okay, so
because I think it's 20 days.
Oh, I see Lynn popped on. So go ahead, Lynn.
It's 20 days, Priscilla, you're right, 20 days.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, comments for Flora? Hearing none. Thank you, Flora. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
WNESU board. Oh, where did the agenda go? We had a couple things we talked about. Let's see. There was talk of composting. That's some form of composting is going to start in the schools pretty soon. So a member of our community proposed a district-wide finance committee, and the idea of that was to provide data, crunch data, basically to help boards with, when it comes to budgets or numbers, any type of financial type situation. It was more of sounded like more of an assist type committee that was presented as 2 people from each town. Now this was at the SU, so 2 people from each town, and Priscilla had a good comment where she thought maybe if we did do something like this, it would be maybe 1 board member plus 1 person, community member from each town. So that's not something that's happening or not happening yet. It's it was a discussion that took place, and I expect to hear more about at the next SU meeting. What else happened? Teacher roster, that was acted upon and approved. I think that was the only stuff that really is pertinent here at this point in time. Any other questions, comments? The SU board recap? Hearing none. Committees, any committee reports? I don't think there is any except for possibly negotiations if Jason doesn't get called out, which will be an executive session. Is that correct? Very good. Unfinished business for discussion, action, if any. I don't think we have any unfinished business at this moment. Looking for somebody to speak up if we do. Hearing nothing. Excellent. Okay. Appointments, resignations, if any. So, Lynn, if you wouldn't mind reading, you can read it in its entirety too. I know last time Ms. Obahoski's letter, we did not read it in its entirety, but we can reread that also if we need to. Would you mind reading the latest? You're muted, by the way. You're muted, Lynn.
We'll have it, and we also have another one to add to that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Can you get me the other one from Jeannie? Oh, okay, I need Terry's. You have Terry's? Okay. Dear Superintendent Pratt, Assistant Superintendent Carey, Principal Kennedy, and school board members. This letter is to inform you of my intent to retire at the end of the 2020-2021 school year. This has been a very difficult decision, but I believe that it is time to take this step. I'm hoping to be able to work part-time as a reading interventionist for the next few years if the grant funding is available. I have let Dr. Carey and Principal Kennedy know of my desire to do this. After 38 years at Central Elementary School, plus 5 years teaching in New Hampshire prior to that, you can be sure that this is a very difficult and emotional decision for me. The Central School community, staff, students, and family have become my extended family. I have loved teaching here. I'm hoping that I will still be able to receive the retirement stipend, even though I did not notify you in the fall. To be perfectly honest, in the fall, I did not intend to retire this year. 2020, 2021 presented many challenges, both personally and professionally, and these have led to my decision. After my 38 years of dedication to this district, I sincerely hope that you will honor this request. Please let me know if there is anything else required of me at this time. I am also in contact with the State Retirement Office. I would appreciate confirmation that this letter has been received. Thank you very much. Sincerely, Jeannie E. Close. And she sent that in today. And we're sad to see her, but I have spoken to her about coming back next year part-time. There is another letter. And
So let me, before you go on that one, so we heard the majority of this letter last week, or last meeting, but received at the last moment, and so part of it was omitted, so that's why I'm asking Lynn to read it again in its entirety.
Okay, this one is from Jeannie Close. Did that come last meeting?
No.
That was today, sorry.
I just read this new one today. I'm going to read Terry Obachowski's right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dear Mr. Pratt, after 42 years of teaching in this district, I will be retiring from my second grade teaching position at Central Elementary School in June. Back in October, I didn't have any plans to retire, so I didn't apply for the retirement incentive. I am asking that the board waive the date requirement and grant me the incentive as stated in the CBA. It has been a pleasure working in this district all these years. I look forward to my next adventure. Sincerely, Terry Obachowski.
Thank you, Lynn. So before we get into any discussion on this, those are some pretty hefty careers in our district, and it deserves recognition. So thank you. It's impressive. So thanks. So let's, I guess, start discussing. Priscilla, I see your hand up. Go ahead.
Can I make a motion on Jeannie's?
You can do whatever
I
you think.
would make a motion to accept Jeannie Clue's resignation effective at the end of the school year with appreciation for her many years of service and gratitude for helping our children.
Do I hear a second? Do I hear a second? I'm not hearing a second.
I second. We're going to have
We're not going to let her
discussion
retire.
on further. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, I second.
Thank you, Jason. Yep, that's
Okay.
all in favor of the motion as presented, which is strictly accepting her resignation, accepting her retirement, right? All in favor. Priscilla, go ahead.
Aye.
Jason Benson.
Aye.
Jason Terry.
Aye.
It's an aye for me. Thank you for your years of service. So just so everybody's aware, we already accepted Ms. Obachowski's resignation, retirement last meeting. So on to the newer part of it. So the deadline for the waiver was October 1st of last year. That's what's written in policy and there's CBA. Any any discussion on this? Or do we have to, we can talk about it before a motion, can't we? They're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With small board rules, we can.
Any thoughts on this request from any board members?
Good question, George.
Go ahead, Jason.
Just like to say, Miss Klaus taught 5 of my 6 children, and absolutely wonderful teacher. I have nothing but gratitude and respect for her, and Mrs. Obohowski as well. 2 rock stars in my opinion, and it's a tough thing. I guess my question is, what is the policy? I'm not familiar with the policy. Regrettably, I don't know it.
Lynn, can you, will you post that up for us so we can see it? I think either you or Nicole sent it earlier, but I can't hear you, but I'm just going to assume you're saying yes.
Yes, Nicole sent it, and let me share the screen. Nicole? Yes.
We should get that open.
Almost there.
Priscilla, you're not muted, just so you know.
I'm telling David to get the computer open, sorry.
Okay.
I would have done it, but I don't know how to share screens and all that mess, so I have a hard enough time logging in.
Lynn, just so you know, you have your email up.
Yeah, I know. I don't have any secrets, so.
Okay, I'm just
I'm
letting
waiting
you know.
all right, I'm gonna have to.
Emailed it to you though.
You did? Okay. All right, let me go back to screen share. She says she just emailed it. I'm gonna refresh. Why am I not getting? Oh. Okay.
Well, I got it right here. I pulled it up on my phone if you want me to just go ahead and read it while you're looking. In fact, I'll forward it to you all.
Yeah, I can read it as well, but if you want to read it.
I can read it, that's fine.
Okay.
So the retirement incentive, let's see, it says any teacher who is at least 50 and has at least 20 years of service in the district who announces his or her retirement and has enrolled in the district's 403B plan shall be eligible for a $7,500 retirement stipend. The teacher must make an application for the retirement stipend on or before October 1st of the school year of retirement. The board shall have the power to waive the application date requirement. For the purposes of this section, retirement is defined as collecting a teacher's retirement pension. The stipend will be paid out by August 1st of the following fiscal year. Oh, there you go. You got it right there.
Sorry it took so long.
That's all right. So that's what we're looking at. Any thoughts or comments? I kind of, well, anybody have any? Priscilla, I see your hand. Go ahead.
Our contract right now is in process of negotiations, and we don't know what that retirement incentive paragraph will look like once it is negotiated. Mr. Pratt recommended that we not act on these at this time because of the fact that it is in negotiations. Also, let me go to my other screen, sorry.
Unmute.
Okay, okay, there. Okay. This will be better. And because he recommended this, because we're in the middle of negotiations,
Hang on, Priscilla, hold up. Priscilla, hold up for a second. We're getting echo.
I just fixed it. She's
You
all
got it?
set. Yeah,
Okay.
she's all set.
Okay, go ahead, Priscilla.
okay, it says David Lambert because he had it on,
Well, that's fine.
but it's me,
We were hearing
I
echo.
guess. Yeah,
Go ahead.
no, I can't. Am I okay now?
Yep.
I think that because Mr. Pratt recommended, because we're in the middle of negotiations, that we should not be giving these out at this time because we don't know what that thing is going to be. And hopefully negotiations are going to start taking place and we can have a contract that will tell us that new one. So I think we should wait. Also, it's 7,500. That means for two people, it's 15,000. And we don't know how many more requests we're going to have. So I think holding off at this point is the better thing to do. And by not making a motion, we can wait and do that. We can do it later if we decide that that's a good thing to do or not, and follow Mr. Pratt's recommendation.
Any other comments? Jason, Terry, go ahead.
Has this happened before? Is this unprecedented, or does it happen often? Or I don't know.
That's actually a great question, and I had asked another longtime board member, and on this board, I didn't get an answer for it happening on this board. So that actually where I think your mind is going my concern is the precedence that it would be setting. We can table it. We can act on it. It's kind of at the will of the board, as you guys wish to do it. It's up to you guys. Any strong desires either direction? Meaning act on it today or table it? Jason, Terry, go ahead.
Just also Megan's not here too, so I'd like to get her input as well.
So that's actually a great point. She's a key player. So sounding like possibly tabling it until next meeting, tabling that part of it. Do we have to vote on that, Priscilla?
If we put a motion in, we do. We haven't put a motion in, although.
Do we have to put a motion in to table it, or we can just table it and talk about it next
I mean,
time?
we can just put it on the agenda for either next time or even waiting till June if we don't do any actions on it.
So just to move things along, are there any objections?
Sometimes it's been given and sometimes it's not. The part of the problem is that with this current contract, it was increased by so much. It used to be $500 and they went to $7,500, which was a big increase. And with our budgets the way they are and are looking at our people out there, it's a big ask at this point.
All right, so again, any objections to tabling this until next meeting? I don't want to let this drag on. These people are asking for something. We should address it as soon as possible. So, is there any? I'm getting the feel that that's kind of where maybe we want to go. So, I mean, I'm happy to go either way. But are there any objections to tabling this until next meeting?
No, that would give us a chance to look at finances and everything else, because I think this just came up today and we haven't had a chance to even look at them because these people have done a lot of service for us, which is the other side of it.
There's no doubt about that. Okay, so we will have this as an agenda item at the next meeting, and we'll be looking to take some form of action one way or the other. Does that sound all right? Excellent, thank you. We kind of just went into, wow, we are done already? Is there anything else on that subject? This is like the fastest meeting we've had in a long time. I feel like we haven't covered everything. Okay, I guess we're at director's comments. Who would like to go first?
I'll go, George.
Excellent.
I don't have much to say tonight other than here we go. Let's see how the full week goes.
Excellent, thank you. Who's next? Priscilla?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting our kids back in school with the 3-foot requirement now for all K through 12. Really looking forward to that. I really think that will work with more people being vaccinated and taken care of. And we were told last meeting we couldn't ask on vaccinations, but the lawyer told us that yes, we can ask on vaccinations. So hopefully we can have an update on, we don't even have to have specifics as a board, but maybe how many in the schools have been, so that we have an outlook. And 16 and 17-year-olds can also get vaccinated.
If that's what you're into, thank you. Gary, go ahead.
Just like to reiterate again, Ms. Klaus and Ms. Obohoski, you guys are going to be sorely missed, and great teachers for many decades. And I surely do, as a parent, appreciate everything that you guys have done. And, it's going to be very big shoes to fill. So thank you for all you've done.
Everybody, just me. Yeah, those are pretty impressive resumes for and contributions to our community, our school community. So thank you both so very much. I think high school softball has a game today. If there's any form of that on Fact TV, I'd encourage you guys to watch it, support your Terriers. Other than that, I'm good. Moving on to date and time of next meeting. I don't have a calendar handy. Priscilla, you got a calendar?
Yep, just 2 seconds. I had it up. Either if we're doing the first Monday, it would be the 3rd. If we're not having one till the 17th.
We need
What's
one on
your
the 3rd?
Reference.
I kind of feel like we don't need one on the 3rd, and we can just go to our regular meeting on the 17th unless something comes up.
Sounds good.
Any objections? Can we wait that long to see each other?
If you need to see us, George, you could always call a meeting.
So that was what, Priscilla, May 17th?
Yes.
Okay. Next meeting. All right, so looks like we're executive session to speak about a negotiations update. Entertain a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Get a second.
Second.
Second, very good, thank you. All in favor, Priscilla?
Aye.
Jason Terry?
Aye.
Jason Benson?
Aye.
And it's an aye for me. We are headed into executive session. Thank you, everybody, for coming.